Northeastern Pennsylvania, the Poconos. This place has been a backdrop to so many chapters of my life. Familial memories, countless hikes, hunting trips, the comforting rhythm of fall arriving year after year. Every turn feels familiar, a whisper of a past self on these winding roads. The trees out there, they're putting on their grand finale. Every shade of amber, crimson, and gold battling for attention against the deep, ancient greens. It's a fleeting masterpiece this autumn, a beautiful, melancholic reminder of cycles, of letting go, of the quiet resilience of nature. With the Skoolie, I'm swapping the familiar comfort of home for the crackle of a campfire under these Pocono stars. There's a freedom in that, a simplicity. There's a certain magic to autumn in the Pocono Mountains of eastern Pennsylvania. The air gets crisp, the leaves ignite in a fiery palette of reds, oranges, and yellows, and the call of the wild becomes impossible to ignore. This fall I answered that call, packing up my Skoolie for a quick but unforgettable trip to Hickory Run State Park. But this wasn't just a solo journey. I was meeting up with a fellow creator, Bill from Maxim Outdoors, for a collaboration of trails, tales, and some seriously good food. The 3-hour drive from my place is always a scenic one, but this time it felt different. For the past few months, my trusty adventure bus had been plagued with electrical issues. After replacing batteries, the alternator, and upgrading every ground wire I could find, the problem persisted. A frustrating voltage drop every time I tried to start it. Just when I was about to give up, I noticed a tiny wisp of smoke from the engine bay. The culprit? A failed positive junction terminal. With a new one installed, the Skoolie roared to life like it was brand new. So, as I watched the landscape transform from hints of color to a full-blown autumn masterpiece, I couldn't help but feel a sense of relief and excitement for the adventure ahead. My plan was to hit a few points of interest before meeting Bill, and as I approached the visitor center, I saw my chance. The parking lot for Hawk Falls, usually packed with visitors, was almost empty. Last year, in a classic rookie mistake, I hiked halfway down the trail only to realize I'd forgotten my camera battery. Not this time. With my camera bag filled with vintage lenses, I was determined to capture the beauty of one of my favorite waterfalls in the Poconos. The trail to Hawk Falls is a journey in itself. A winding path through tunnels of rhododendron and under a canopy of towering trees, showing off their last bursts of autumn color. A wooden bridge carries you over a soothing brook, and then you see it, the juxtaposition of worlds. High above, the relentless hum of the Pennsylvania Turnpike, a river of steel and speed. And down here, the steady, patient rhythm of nature. It's a strange harmony, but the rusty arch of the bridge seems to almost blend into the natural landscape. The 25-foot waterfall was as stunning as I remember. I wasn't entirely alone. A friendly older couple was also there, soaking in the beauty and snapping photos. After getting my fill of pictures, I knew I had to get a move on if I wanted to check in at the campground before they closed. The drive to the visitor center was a blur of fiery foliage. I was so captivated by the colors that I almost missed the turn. Just as I was about to turn, a red truck coming from the opposite direction honked. It was Bill. Perfect timing. He had just finished a hike and was heading to his cabin. I pulled in a few minutes past 4 p.m., assuming they'd be open until 5. Wrong. I missed check-in by 10 minutes. Bill was staying in a cozy cabin, and my campsite was just a short walk away, nestled under some trees and overlooking a field ablaze with fall colors. With the Skoolie leveled, my next mission was dinner. I had promised Bill a home-cooked meal, and tonight's menu was a personal favorite. Dijon chicken, a recipe I learned from the French Cooking Academy YouTube channel.
So, hi.
There's something special about cooking a gourmet meal in the great outdoors. The sizzle of the chicken, the aroma of white wine and herbs filling the cool evening air. It's an experience for all the senses. The sauce is the star of this dish. A rich and creamy blend of white wine, heavy cream, and a touch of Dijon mustard. Trust me, you'll want a whole loaf of French bread just to soak it all up. As dinner was nearing perfection, Mother Nature decided to throw us a curveball. A cold, dark evening suddenly turned colder and darker with a surprise flurry. We quickly moved the feast to Bill's cabin, but not before I fired up the diesel heater in the Skoolie, ensuring a toasty warm bed for my return. The cabin was a welcome refuge, all wood and warmth. We spent the next few hours sharing stories of our recent adventures, Bill's plans for his eastern Pennsylvania hiking trip, and the incredible YouTuber meetup he organized. The next morning was quiet and crisp. The smell of distant campfires mingled with the earthy scent of autumn leaves. Over a hot cup of coffee, I spread out the park map I had picked up the day before. Bill had already tackled an impressive 14-mile hike and had some great recommendations for smaller, scenic spots off the beaten path. Our main event for the day was a hike on the famous Shades of Death Trail, a 2.4-mile out-and-back path known for its waterfalls and rhododendron thickets. But first, I had some exploring of my own to do. Before I break camp, I wanted to check on the repair I made to the bus. Yep, everything looks good. No further issues. First stop, the Boulder Field. A national landmark, this massive 16-acre field of boulders is a geological wonder, a remnant of the last ice age. Now, I've seen my fair share of boulder fields, including Ringing Rocks, back in my native Bucks County, but the scale of this place is something else entirely. Stretching across roughly 16 acres, what's truly mind-boggling is that this field was formed over 20,000 years ago during the last ice age. The drive-in was a gentle transition from pavement to a well-maintained gravel road, and even with a few small potholes, the Skoolie handled it like a champ. Even on a weekday, there were a handful of other visitors, all of us sharing in the quiet awe of this unique landscape. One of the best parts of the adventure rig community is the instant connection you have with other builders. On my way back to the bus, I met a fantastic young couple who had converted their own van into a camper. We spent a good while swapping stories and admiring each other's handiwork before wishing each other well on our respective journeys.
$1 $2 for the lovely flyers. That is really impressive. That is like we talk about quality slots in a our adventure for goalies. They're not quality students. They don't love
Next up was Sand Spring Lake. In the summer, this place is a hub of activity, with a sandy beach and designated swimming area, but in the quiet chill of late October, it was a picture of tranquility. rest, basking in the afternoon sun while the trees surrounding it put on a final, vibrant show of color. It was the perfect spot to reheat last night's Dijon chicken and enjoy a peaceful lunch. With a full stomach and a full memory card, I headed to a spot Bill had recommended, Saylorsville Dam. Built in the 1800s, likely to power the area's sawmills, the dam creates a beautiful pond with a natural creek flowing below. There was a faint smell of sulfur in the air, a little quirk of the local geology, I suppose. The summer's drought was still evident in the water levels, much like at Hawk Falls, but the setting was no less beautiful. It was here that I got a text from Bill. His hike was taking longer than expected, and our plans to tackle the Shades of Death trail together would have to be postponed. With a long drive home ahead of me, I knew I had to make a choice. As much as I was looking forward to our collaboration, I decided to hike the trail solo and hit the road. We'd catch another trail together soon enough. And so, my journey came full circle. We're back at the visitor center. The trailhead for the Shades of Death Trail is just behind it. Despite its intimidating name, this is one of the most beautiful and popular trails in Hickory Run. And even for a mid-afternoon on a weekday, it was surprisingly busy.
All right, so we just got back to the visitor center. Unfortunately, Bill got tied up at another hike a few towns over. So by the time he gets back over here, the timing just wasn't going to work out because I gotta head back home shortly. So I'm at the entrance of the Shades of Death Trail. I'm just going to do that solo today.
The trail itself is a stunning walk through nature's art gallery. It follows Sand Spring Run, passing by several small waterfalls, interesting rock formations, and a network of exposed tree roots that look like ancient, gnarled fingers. The path leads to a fishing pond and culminates at the picturesque Stamets Dam, a man-made waterfall that dates back to the area's logging days in the early 1800s.
nice little one. Dude, there's so many tissues on this trail. This is like the fourth one I passed. Somebody must have the sniffles. Unless it's like breadcrumbs. Find a way back, I don't know. It's kind of gross. Oh, this is cool. Mm-hmm. Don't want to slip down there. It's like straight down, about 15 feet. Let's see. Oh, this is the main waterfall. We're here already.
At the dam, I had a pleasant surprise. I ran into the same couple I had met at the Boulder Field earlier. We chatted for a bit, and I asked them about a small chapel I had heard was nearby and wanted to get some pictures. They mentioned there was an event happening there, so I decided to make the Stamets Dam the grand finale of my Hickory Run adventure. With the sun beginning to set, I made my way back to the bus, filled with the quiet satisfaction of a day well spent exploring the incredible diversity of Hickory Run State Park. From ancient boulder fields to serene lakes and trails with a history as rich as the autumn colors surrounding them, this park is a true Pennsylvania gem. I want to thank Bill from Maxim Outdoors for the invite. Until the next adventure, capture the wild, stoke that fire.
I think it's the perfect point to end the video. So thanks for coming along with me, and I gotta head home now. Catch you on the next one.